You're scrolling through your phone. A funny video, a friend's update, a news headline. It feels random, doesn't it? Like you're just flipping through channels. But it's not random. Not even close. Every single thing you see is a calculated decision made by an artificial intelligence. Its goal isn't to inform you or even to connect you. The goal is to keep you scrolling. Because when you're scrolling, your attention is the product being sold. This isn't some far-off sci-fi plot. It's happening right now, on that device in your hand. And the AI in charge knows you better than you might think. It knows what makes you happy, what makes you angry, and what you're secretly afraid of. And it's using all of that to build a world just for you. A world perfectly designed to hold your attention for as long as humanly possible. You might think your social media feed is a window to the world. But what if I told you it's actually a mirror? A mirror reflecting a version of you that an AI has created specifically to keep you hooked. Stick around, because you're about to discover the invisible strings AI is using to control what you see, think, and even feel online. Let's get one thing straight. The algorithm is not your friend. It's not some helpful librarian suggesting books you might like. Think of it more like an invisible manager for your digital life, whose only goal is to maximize your engagement. Every second you spend on a platform is a win for them. These platforms are mostly free, but they are money printing machines. In 2025 alone, Meta generated over $200 billion in revenue, with about 97% of that coming from selling advertisers access to your attention. To keep that attention, they use incredibly sophisticated AI recommendation systems designed to predict what will keep you glued to the screen. The process starts the moment you open an app. The algorithm begins gathering data. Every click, like, share, and comment gets recorded. But it goes so much deeper. It tracks how long you watch a video before swiping away. It measures the time you pause on a photo, even if you don't interact with it. It analyzes the profiles you visit and even the text in the images you look at. All this data feeds a massive, ever-learning AI that builds a startlingly detailed profile of you, a digital clone of your interests, beliefs, insecurities, and desires. And this isn't just about showing you more cat videos if you like cats. These algorithms have long been predictive engines. They're not just reacting to what you like, they're anticipating what you will like, using your past behavior to steer your future consumption. It's a feedback loop. You engage, the AI learns, and it serves you more of what it thinks you want, getting smarter about you with every tap and swipe. You are, in effect, training the very machine that is learning to control you. So how does this AI manager keep you engaged? It doesn't just show you things you enjoy. It actively exploits your psychological triggers. This is where it crosses the line from personalization into subtle, and sometimes not so subtle, manipulation. First, it preys on your brain's reward system. Every notification, like, and retweet triggers a small hit of dopamine, the same chemical linked to pleasure and addiction. Neuroscientists say the neural circuitry activated by social media looks a lot like what we see with gambling and recreational drugs. The platforms are engineered to be addictive, creating a stream of unpredictable rewards that keeps you coming back for more. Then, there's the exploitation of our own mental shortcuts, or cognitive biases. The most powerful one is confirmation bias, our natural urge to favor information that confirms what we already believe. The algorithm learns your political leanings and your worldview, then wraps you in a cozy blanket of content that reinforces it all. This creates what internet activist Eli Pariser famously called a filter bubble. You're enclosed in a personalized information universe, shielded from different viewpoints. Inside this bubble, an echo chamber forms. You're surrounded by voices repeating and amplifying your beliefs, which can make it feel like your perspective is the only one that matters. This constant reinforcement leads to more polarized thinking, making it harder to find common ground with people who see the world differently. But here's where it gets dark. The AI has learned that nothing grabs human attention quite like strong emotions. And no emotions are stronger than anger and fear. Bad actors know this and create intentionally manipulative content designed to provoke outrage. The algorithm, which only cares about engagement, often promotes this emotionally charged misinformation because it gets a ton of clicks, shares, and angry comments. The system doesn't care if something is true or false, only if it's engaging or boring. As a result, lies can spread much faster than the truth. So, what's the big deal? The fallout from all this is huge, both for us as individuals and for society. It can lead to social media addiction and take a serious toll on mental health. The constant pressure to compare our messy, real lives to the perfectly curated highlight reels of others can fuel anxiety and depression. On a societal level, these filter bubbles and echo chambers are tearing at our social fabric. By algorithmically sorting us into ideological tribes, these platforms make it incredibly difficult to have constructive dialogue and find compromise. This polarization is now considered a severe global risk, one that can destabilize democracies. And the tech is only getting more sophisticated. We're now dealing with AI-generated content and virtual influencers. You have computer-generated characters like Lil Miquela, who isn't a real person but has partnered with major brands like Prada and Calvin Klein, amassing millions of followers. CGI, not AI. These virtual personalities are completely controllable and can churn out on brand content 24/7, making them a marketer's dream. The line between what's real and what's fake is blurring faster than ever. Deepfake technology is now so accessible that almost anyone can use it, and the results can be nearly impossible to distinguish from reality. This opens the door to a nightmare of misinformation, fraud, and personal attacks. It creates a world where it takes enormous effort to debunk a fake video that took only seconds to create. We're outsourcing our choices to a machine that doesn't share our values. We're letting a for-profit system decide what's important, what's true, and even who we are. The world in your feed isn't the real world. It's a version of reality edited just for you, and the editor is a machine that wants to sell your time. Okay, that was bleak. But you're not helpless here. You can take back control of your feed and your attention. The key is to shift from being a passive consumer to an active, conscious user. You can, essentially, train the algorithm to work for you, not against you. Here are concrete steps you can take. Starting today, be the boss of your feed. Don't just mindlessly accept the recommended feed. Intentionally search for creators, topics, and viewpoints you want to see. Make a point to follow accounts that offer different perspectives from your own. Consciously diversify your information diet. Train your algorithm. See content you don't want. Tell the algorithm. Use the "Not Interested" button on YouTube, or long press on Instagram and TikTok to do the same. It might feel like shouting into the void, but this direct feedback helps nudge the system over time. Go chronological. Some platforms, like X and Instagram, still let you view posts from accounts you follow in the order they were posted. This removes the algorithm's meddling and gives you a more authentic view of the content you actually chose to see. Go on a data diet. Limit what you give the algorithm to work with. Dive into your privacy settings to reduce personalized ads and data sharing. You can also erase your viewing history on platforms like YouTube for a fresh start. The less the algorithm knows about your passive habits, the less it can control you. Kill autoplay. Autoplay is designed to keep you watching without making a choice. Turning it off on YouTube and Netflix forces you to actively decide to continue, which breaks the cycle of passive consumption. Use your time wisely. Don't just fall into a scrolling rabbit hole. Decide before you open an app how long you'll spend and what you hope to get out of it. Use a timer to keep yourself honest. taking these steps is about more than just cleaning up your feed. It's about reclaiming your own mind. So start small. Pick one of these tips to try this week. Maybe it's killing autoplay or finding 3 new creators with different points of view. Share which strategy you're going to try first in the comments below, and let's talk about what works. The AI that controls your feed is one of the most powerful and influential forces in the world today. It's quietly shaping our culture, our politics, and our very thoughts by optimizing for a single thing: your attention. But understanding how it works is the first step toward breaking free. By being mindful and deliberate with our digital habits, we can go from being puppets of the algorithm to being the curators of our own experience. We can choose to build a feed that informs, inspires, and connects us, instead of one that divides and addicts us. The future of information isn't about building better algorithms. It's about being better, more conscious humans who use them. It's time to stop scrolling and start choosing. Your mind is worth more than the bottom line.